Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Racha, Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Double honors to my elder, Aharawan Ban Yasharala of the Lions Den Camp here in Jacksonville, Florida. Salutations to the sincere Aki and pushing his truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm the Car Harab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den Camp of Yasharala here in Jacksonville, Florida. Now today I'll be coming out with a little short impromptu, it won't be before you too long, but I was reading Sirach chapter 34, and I remembered that I had brought these two precepts out um at camp, you know, last Saturday. So without further ado, this is Sirach chapter 34, verse 9. It says, "A man that hath traveled knoweth many things, and he that hath much experience will declare wisdom." So a man that hath traveled, a man that hath been many places, he has experienced many things, and he has many experiences that he can speak about. He can give much advice. And it says also that he that hath much experience will also declare wisdom. So within that much traveling, you know, that man has done, and learning those many things within that and that experience, he would declare his wisdom, meaning when he speak, he will speak from wisdom and what he knows to be true and what he knows to be right. Verse 10, it says, "He that hath no experience knoweth little, but he that hath traveled is full of prudence." So he that hath no experience, knoweth little. So when you don't have much experience in something, you don't know much about a situation and or situations. You don't have much knowledge, much wisdom and understanding about it. But it says, "But he that hath traveled, have gone out and about, is full of prudence." That means full of wisdom, because that man has had many experiences and situations that he could learn from and that taught him. So basically, when it comes down to this truth, the man that hath been in for years, that has put in the work for years, those are the men that has that much experience and that understands. And when they speak, they're going to speak out of prudence. They're going to speak out of wisdom. This is Sirach 38, verse 24. It says, "The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise." So the wisdom of a learned man, it comes by what? By opportunity of leisure. It comes by opportunity of having the free time to sit down, to learn, to read, to study, to understand the words of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. That's the wisdom of a learned man. It cometh by opportunity of leisure. And it says, "And he that has little business shall become wise." So when you're not so distracted in what's going on around you, here and there and everywhere, when you have little business, you have that time to become wise. You have that time to gain much experience and to become prudent. So when you speak, you will speak out of the wisdom. You will speak out of prudence. Verse 25, it says, "How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow and that glorieth in the goad, that driveth oxen and is occupied in their labors, whose talk is of bullocks?" So how can a man that hath not had much experience, or has not that has not traveled much, how can that man get wisdom that holdeth the plow? How can you get the understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai if you talking about always chasing the bag or something? You know what I'm saying? You glory in getting money. You worrying about something that drives the oxen. Basically, you worrying about work. How can you then get the understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai? How can you then get wisdom if you're occupied in your labors and your talkers of work? And you can relate that to the man who has little experience. He don't have no experience, and he knoweth little, because he don't have any time to do the work of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, and or to sit down to see and to read the Most High's words. So that was just a quick lesson. I ain't want to be before you too long. And with that, shalom.